we go. WTKW HD2 Bridgeport, ESPN Radio.
It's a tickle. Oh, it went up. Oh, it's more than just a Ticklin' 80 Wednesday. We're there. We're fully engorged. I don't know where you are, but right here at Syracuse, 80 degrees on the Sports Show with Cody Mack. That's me, ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. As just a couple minutes ago, maybe just my eyes are that terrible, and I thought it said that it was like 70-something, but it's 81 depending on where you are. I was way off. I said we might not get another tickle in time the rest of this year. But all things change, much like we will just talk about in just a couple seconds here, because, oh boy, have they ever changed, my friends, right? Oh, wow, it's a Wednesday. We've got some NFL news to chat about, because if we're going to talk the Yankees, I feel like we should talk the Cowboys as well. A lot of times the two fan bases go hand in hand. I know I'm a Cowboys fan, but I like Atlanta, so I'm very different. I'm not that much different. So, again, yeah, we'll have that. Let's see. What else do I got? I know I had some other NFL news as well. Yep, another trade that could impact football, and that's fun. Arrest warrants. There's arrest warrants. We'll talk The Simpsons. Dak Prescott as Homer. What? But first, I had a whole different show planned for you. ESPN Radio, 97.7, 100.1, QSportsTalk.com. If you want to watch on Twitch, if you want to call 315-437-7644. I had a completely different show all ready to go. I prepared basically today's show yesterday because I thought I would be good to go. Oh, ye of little faith, as we are now not back to square one, but it feels like we're starting the series all over again. All over again.
The New York Yankees have won the American League pennant.
Los Angeles is alive, and they're headed to the World Series. Dodgers-Yankees in the Fall Classic.
One on the Judge. High fly ball. See ya! Home run number 58. A towering drive.
Ohtani. Back it goes. Shohei Ohtani starts the 50-50 club.
So, yeah, see, we start all over again, all right? Is that not quite. We're not back to square one quite yet. However, it is a little bit of what I was saying with this Yankees team. It feels like that break hurt. I'm not happy. I don't like the playoff setup, the playoff format. It's garbage. It's trash. For a organization, the MLB, to be like, oh, we've got to figure out this timing thing and how to speed everything up. All right, here's what we do. Let's make the playoffs go quicker. Bro, you start the season when there's still snow on the ground in some places. You don't need the first entire 2 months of the MLB regular season, and the season lasts 1 month too long. I have no problem with them getting rid of like 3 months of Major League Baseball, because then what they did is now you're going to rush it. Guys that are hot at the end of the year, the Mets, the Yankees, once they get in and they have a break, it kills them, kills their momentum. Look at the last couple of years with the Braves and the Phillies. The Braves were the hottest team in the entire baseball world the last couple of years. They made it in. They took a little snooze for a little while, and then they just got housed. And the Phillies, no break, right on. And that seems to be a trend, and it hit the Yankees, I think. And we mentioned yesterday that maybe that some of the home runs and stuff towards the end of the game yesterday, maybe that was a way to fire them up and kind of carry it over, wake them up out of their little slump, because, again, there was a little break, and that's annoying as hell. I know the Dodgers had one too, but the Dodgers haven't really been that team all year where they need a break. They don't need a break. They're so up and down when you buy a team like the Dodgers do. Yeah, sip that tea. Yankees a little bit too, but whatever. We're being Yankees fans today. It didn't hurt as much for the Dodgers, and they got off to a hot start. The Yankees needed last night, and I know that might be a stupid thing to say because that's the easiest thing to say. Obviously, dumbass, they're going to be eliminated. But no, they needed it the way that it happened, I think, because they went on a tear here. It started out a little rough. It started out where I went, no way. I said it out loud to my dog, and my dog said nothing back because she's a dog. But Freddie Freeman, 6 straight World Series games. I don't really understand how he does it. I know I miss him on Atlanta, but he won a World Series. I don't mind what he's doing now. I'm not bitter. I like him going off and winning. I enjoy watching Freddie Freeman hobbling around those bases as he jacks home run after home run. Here's his latest to put the Dodgers up 2-0 right away. Not looking good for the Yankees.
So you can get off the
No, silly goose.
Came into the season really just trying to show that he was healthy. He got a chance in the rotation because of Garrett Cole's injury. Never looked back, and now John starts with the Yankees season on the line.
Look at the lead that Betts is getting. It's huge.
Freeman cracks one deep to right field. And gone again!
Unreal.
Freddie Freeman floating in the World Series. 4 games, 4 home runs. You gotta be kidding.
Unreal, man. I don't know how he does it. It's just unreal. The guy is a, they used to say a term back in the fun Sports Center days of professional baseball player. And he's a professional baseball player. That dude rakes. If they win the World Series, he retires, right? Freddie Freeman rides off into the sunset, I would imagine. All right, then this kind of happens. We'll talk more about this in just a little bit as some scumbag Yankee fans decide that why not? They might as well get involved.
Does he have room? Fights with the fan. And they're going to say that...
Nope. Stop doing that.
Right
there we go.
Torres, Betts in the corner. Does he have room? Fights with the fan. And they're going to say that it's an out and fan interference. So an out, 1 gone in this first. That says that ball in his glove, and this fan literally tries to take his glove off. Pries the ball out of there.
Don't worry, we'll talk more about that in just a little bit. I'm sure everybody has heard all about it at this point with the fans trying to rip the ball out of the glove there. Of Mookie Betts, successfully ripping the ball out of the glove, but stupidly it was already out, and stupidly even more are their entire existences. But that's okay. As now the Yankees kind of turned it on here. I don't know if that energized the crowd here, but Volpe starts getting on as this guy has been the MVP for the Yankees so far, right? Volpe or Soto? Anthony Volpe.
0-2, Verdugo. Drives one to first. Freeman's got it. Takes it to the bag. They do get Volpe home. That's a run they absolutely had to have.
Yeah, you couldn't start out 2-0 and then kind of just go from there and hope that something else happens. You at least had to get a run there. Or did you? Because then Volpe comes up in a little while here and just absolutely gives the Yankees the turnaround, and I'm saying it like the turnaround they needed. Not Soto, not Giancarlo, not even Aaron Judge, but Anthony Volpe gets up to bat and does this freaking thing with the bat and the ball that goes wicked far, dude. So far.
Giancarlo Stanton is aboard with a walk to load him up.
Bases loaded. Sound familiar, Freddie Freeman?
a kid. Bases loaded, 2 out. Cranks the ball, deep left field. Volpe with redemption.
Listen to these fans, man. Listen to that reaction. Unreal. Grand slam. Yanks up 5-2. Wow. That is a sustained roar, my friends. A sustained roar into Bronx.
Perfect place, perfect time, just what they needed.
It's a grand slam. A jolt through the stadium and through this series.
Yeah. You're telling me, bud, jolt to the series is exactly what they needed. And that was basically it. That was really all they needed, but it just kept getting better because the Dodgers making it frisky, man. The Dodgers come right back.
Smith sends a fly ball the other way. Back goes Soto. That short porch. It's got a chance, and it's gone. On an 0-2 pitch, Will Smith lofts a fly ball the other way to make it 5-3.
And then Freddie Freeman gets right up as it's 5-3 to make it 5-4. Freddie Freeman, here he is.
Here's the matchup Yankees fans are wishing they had in Game 1. Tim Hilligan's Freddie Freeman. 4-6. Close play in time.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Los Angeles has 2 remaining challenges.
And so it's a 1-run game as Edman comes in from third.
And everybody right there is kind of going, all right, okay, we withstood that. Everything's all right. Everything will be okay. It's that meme with the dumpster fire and the bears or the dog sitting at the table. I'm fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. And it actually was where it was getting close now, 5-4. The most beautiful mustache in all the Bronx gets up to bat, Mr. Austin Wells, and does this
Snacks
for the
Kitchen
Yankees.
in the World Series. Wells turns on the ball, sends it a mile. It's gone.
He knew it too, man. This was a shot. Did the cool bat flip. Bat flips are so cool. If it wasn't all visual, we would just spend an hour watching bat flips.
Austin Wells, who came into this game 4 for 43 this postseason.
Oof.
2 for 3 with a double and a home run.
Oof, though, that's not exactly the way you want to go at it. But no, and then it just kind of started to unravel for the Dodgers. And if you're reading the things online, there's certain things that are like, oh no, that the Dodgers gave up and they're saving their arms. They're saving their arms. Well, they're going to need to save them because this is going to hopefully be the Yankees' mindset tonight as Volpe gets in for some more. Anthony gets in, and then Soto steps up. Soto has been an absolute terror.
Throw to third from Smith, not in time. Volpe's got his second stolen base. Marathon, Honeywell, deals, Verdugo on the ground to second, coming home is lost, not in time, Volpe, a menace on the bases. Turns a single into a double, he steals third, and blazes home in the contact play, 7-4 New York. Driven the other way.
There he is. There he is.
Got a chance and goodbye.
It's unraveling for the Dodgers now. Soto, 3-run home run, 10-4 Yanks. 10-4 Yanks.
Torres sends them into a frenzy. After they managed 7 runs over the first 3 games, they've exploded for 10 with their season on the line.
That's how you do it, man. That's how you got to do it. Exploding for 10 with the season on the line. How's about this? I got one more well, technically 2, but really one more highlight for you that Yankee fans kind of been waiting for a little bit as we've been talking about the Yankees kind of staying alive last night, just needing something to get him going, a shot in the arm. And we'll come back and hear one last clip of the game that maybe gets somebody else going with just the littlest shot in the arm. On the Sports Show with Cody Mack, that's me, ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. ESPN Radio. Hello, Syracuse. Oh, yeah. Let's get loud for this one. Why not? You guys want to get loud? Yeah, I don't have a non-biased approach. I have biased approaches. I don't mind. I'll have some. Oh, damn it. I knew that, Matt. I'm sorry. Let me write that down so I can do it tomorrow. I knew there was something I was going to bump back with, and I was sitting in there earlier, and I was like, what the hell was I going to bump back with? Just one. All right, I wrote it down this time. I'm sorry. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. Gavendo, yeah, right? Seriously. Let's get loud Thursday. I like that. Tomorrow. But yes. We'll do that too. We get loud today. We'll get loud tomorrow. I like louder stuff anyway, so that works out really well. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Loud, getting loud for the Yankees. That works too. Scratch, 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 scratch. I'll write a whole bunch of stuff down, man. I'll come back with all sorts of whatnots, and I always take that. That's fun. Oh, manicured grounds. It's nice when the ladies have manicured grounds. Oh. Got him? Oh, Wednesday. It's nice out, though, at least. Thank God. Thin, does that say thin clouds? Okay, I guess I could classify those as thin clouds. Ooh, thin clouds. You're welcome. All right, get clouds are on a diet. Clouds got to get their steps in. Okay, let's get. This could get weird Wednesday because this is a weirder song. So, it's a couple words and a dog bark. Ba 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 ba.
Watch your favorite ESPN Syracuse sports talk shows on QSportsTalk.com. This is The Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Yeah, it is. Back on a Wednesday, getting weird with it. Just all sorts of weird with it. Right? See? I think this is one of Steve's favorite bands in Knocked Loose. Sounds like it, right? Big Stephen Fani band here. That's the Sports Show, ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1 as we're just here hanging out. Just chilling, no big deal. Recapping Yankees stuff, talking about the Yanks still alive, baby. Also, there's the Syracuse. Their last exhibition game is tonight. Slippery Rock. I'm sure that'll be no competition, although, hey, remember that time that I once pre-recorded a break on K-Rock about Syracuse basketball playing Lemoyne, and I was like, yeah, it was a good game. Syracuse, we knew they would win, and they do, and they handle it easily. We can go enjoy the weekend, blah, 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 blah. That was what Syracuse lost! And I never pre-recorded a thing like that ever again in my entire life. Lesson learned. So you never know, but it's Slippery Rock. We should probably find. I heard that Brian Higgins yesterday gave away 18,759 tickets. So that's pretty cool. So make sure you keep listening. Maybe he's got another 47,000. You never know. You never know. So all sorts of fun stuff happening around the Q's today with the Yankees winning. There'll be a game. Oh, you could watch on your phone the game of that. Yeah, lots of fun stuff. Yankees game, Syracuse. That'll be enjoyable. So, all right. One more little clip left that I know Yankee fans have been waiting to hear, and it is not the one that you'll hear the second part of this clip. It is the first part. Yeah, you've been waiting to hear the second part where they win the game, but this is what you guys have really been waiting for, if you will.
Extend this season at least another day. Judge hooks a line drive to left field, and that's in for a hit. Soto and Judge both get on the board here in the eighth.
There it is. Judge, RBI single. So, yeah, Judge getting that RBI single, and that's what you're saying. That might be the shot in the arm that he needs to keep this going, because we said it about 2 nights ago. If scoring those runs at the end would maybe kickstart things, and it looked like it did. Volpe got it going, hit that grand slam. That could kickstart the whole team, and it looks like it did a little. Judge gets an RBI single. Wasn't a huge RBI. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was a nice, solid RBI single. It was a ripper. He did a ripper, and it was a good one. So maybe that settles his ass down, and he could get back to doing what he's done every regular season, and that's hit 60 home runs and 150 RBIs. Jessica Mendoza agrees.
Let's talk about Aaron Judge.
Yes.
He is one of the great power hitters in the history of the sport. In your experience as one of the greatest hitters in the history of your sport, can just that one moment, that one RBI single last night, can that actually turn his whole series around?
Absolutely. And it wasn't just the single, Greeny. It was all the at-bats. I mean, he didn't have a swing and miss. He didn't have a chase. The whole storyline coming into this thing was he was not hitting pitches, not being able to swing at pitches. I mean, he was a completely different hitter. And what I appreciate about this hit is, oh my gosh, it was like you saw the shoulders just go down. The relief of, guess who's getting the job done? Not me. The pressure is not on me. We've scored runs from the bottom of our order. Finally, the Yankees offense woke up, and what did that allow Aaron Judge to do? Be himself. Take pitches off the plate and finally say, if they walk me, fine. You give me a strike, I'm going to get an RBI single.
And he did, and they needed that. It was pretty impressive, that whole game, man. I wonder the same thing that, you know who it is, that Stephen A. wonders. Do the Dodgers need to worry? I don't think so much yet. Maybe a little bit, because they got this one more game in the Bronx, which makes me worry a little bit. However, I didn't Google it. Have the Dodgers lost 4 games in a row all year? Because that's what has to happen. Yeah, the Yanks won last night, but they got to win tonight. And then after that, they got to go back to L.A. and win in Florida. In Florida. They don't got to go to Florida. And if they make a pit stop in Florida, the plane went the wrong way. In California. And that's, not the easiest place to play. And then if they win, then they got to play Saturday in a Game 7, which if it goes to Game 7, it favors the Yankees. So do the Dodgers need to worry? Not quite yet.
We understand that the Dodgers have looked like clearly the better team. Game 1.
You might get carded with that hat on.
Game
He's
1
wearing a Yankees hat.
was supposed to be what this series personified. Yeah. Okay? Nip and tuck, back and forth between two great teams. That's what it was supposed to be. And then the Yankees wet the bed games 2 and 3. We got all of that, right? But when I saw Volpe, and I saw Wells, and finally, Aaron Judge did something, okay? He got a hit, an RBI for crying out loud.
Good, get his
this is what I'm
back.
talking about right here, right now. Because you're not going to completely shut down the Dodgers. They're going to get some runs. Freeman, I don't understand how 6 straight World Series games, this man hits a home run. It's unbelievable, okay? Props to him. But if you're the Yankees and you find a way to win Game 5 at Yankee Stadium,
I think they will.
And you go back to Game 6, what you brought up, Fernando Valenzuela, what that day would mean to the Dodgers. Let's also remember.
They win. We have clips to play Friday for Fernando.
Lose on Fernando Valenzuela's birthday, especially after he just passed away. God rest his soul. You can't do that if you're the Dodgers. You're going to be in the hot seat. That game is going to have immense pressure. If the Yankees can get to Game 6, then Game 6 is all on the Dodgers' shoulders because, my goodness, if you don't win that and the Yankees come back and tie it 3-3 and we got a Game 7, whoa!
Game 7, pressure, yes. Game 6, no.
There'd be pressure.
There'd be pressure. Game 6, Jessica.
Game
yes,
7, I agree. But Game 6,
4-0 Yankees.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto,
yeah, he's not going to be.
Got your dude. The way everyone's talking Garrett Cole for tonight, that's how you want $324 million from Garrett Cole? How about the amount of money Yoshinobu? I mean, that's even more money. The 2 highest paid pitchers, and now you've got him for Game 6.
Dodgers fall behind 4-0 on Friday. On somebody hits a 3-run home run for the Yankees, they will be tight as a drum going into that weekend Saturday night.
But you got to win tonight.
As a drum, and you know it.
Also have to hit a 3-run home run, not against a bullpen game.
Well, that's fair. I agree with that.
I believe that the Dodgers have looked like the better team. I've been totally disgusted with the New York Yankees. Walked in the last night, striking out 30 times in the series. Aaron Judge 1 for 12 with 7 strikeouts. It's been abysmal, no doubt about it. But you came on this set, Jessica, with the broom. You said, wait a minute.
Would win.
All it needs is, not only that, you sat up there and said, they just need, it could only take one hit, something to infuse life in them. Well, that's what happened last night. So why can I not dream? Why can I not fantasize? Why can I not sit up there and look at the New York Yankees and say they're going to do it? They're going to do it, Molly, in Game 5, exactly what they did in Game 4.
And you can't do it all you want, but again, do it in Game 5, but then you got to do it in Game 6 and 7. Someone do my work for me. The Dodgers lost 4 games all year. Sorry, that was what a douchebag. Someone do my work for me. Speaking of douchebags, we played it before. Mookie Betts gets that ball interfered with in the first inning by the biggest douchebags I've ever seen in the world. Where's the guy's name here? Austin Capobianco and John Peter. Peter's the one that grabbed Betts' arm with the second biggest douchebag thing I've ever seen. Betts leaps and in foul territory catches the ball. The ball's caught. You moron, Austin Capobianco. And he tries to rip it out of Mookie Betts' glove. And while he does this, John Peter grabs Mookie Betts' arm like, hey, stop, Mookie. Are we allowed to do this? And I say that because he really thinks that he's allowed to do this. Quote from this moron, jackass, stupid son of a bitch. We always joke about the ball in our area, Capobianco said at a local bar after the game. Of course, you go to a bar after the game. Maybe stop drinking. We're not going to go out of our way to attack, but you and your friend did. If it's in our area, we're going to D up. Someone defends, someone knocks the ball. We talk about it. We're willing to do this. You're not on the team! Morons. That's the stupidest. Like, that makes Yankee fans look so dumb. And you know what? When all Cowboys fans like me get thrown into a lump, I got to throw all the Yankee fans. You look stupid. That was awful. That was the dumbest thing. And then they were told, when they were leaving, they were told that they would be allowed back in the game for tonight. Luckily, they are not. And it said just for tonight and hopefully for a long-ass time because anybody else gets kicked out forever. This John Peters guy grabs Mookie Betts' arm. Jackass. Now, save that. Get Brent Burks. Did they? 5 in a row in May and 4 in a row in July. So for the third time this year, they got to make it happen. Let's do that one. All right, now I gotta go back and do that one, and that one, and that one. And then, where's that other clip? That one.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I'm Mike with Charles Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electrical. We're the nice guys. The nice guys are here to help.
Thanks, you're loud, too.
Leaky faucet, slow drain, need a new bathroom? How about a backed up sewer? That's right.
I've got a leaky faucet.
So whether it's an emergency or just an everyday plumbing need, call Charles Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electrical. 315-457-6911. In business for 75 years. And remember, we're the nice guys.
Really? Where is that? Unleash the beast. Oh, I'm sleepy on a Wednesday. I got all fired up there. Now I'm tired. It was too much fired up. I got all fired up with the Yankees fans. Okay, calling the game, followed by judging the game. It's only some of us on T-Dex, I like it. I mean, that's the movie right there, man.
Men who design dynasties, always thinking ahead, always thinking about the family fortune. Here at Mannion and Kopani, we've seen too much of not thinking ahead, not thinking about the family fortune. There's a beautiful Victorian home in Cicero built in 1930 by industrious grandparents.
Beautiful Victorian home. Is that right, mate? Right? Isn't it? Isn't it beautiful? Oh, Wildcat Pizza. No, it takes. If they win tonight, they have to absolutely get nervous. Because again, the Yankees just needed to get hot and turn things on after that little rest. They absolutely got to get nervous. And then that's not a break. They just they turn one day around and go right out to LA. They got to get real angry. My genitals in. All right.
ESPN 97.7 and 100.1. Watch live on QSports.com. This is the Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Take control of me. You're messing with the enemy. Said it's true. It's another trick. Messing with my mind. I wake up, chase down an empty street. Blinded, snap the broken beat. Said it's gone with the dirty trick. It's taken all these days to find you.
The sports show with Cody Mack. That would be me. My name. Sorry, I got a little heated there. That last little segment. It's just it. Jackasses ruining things for everybody. Because, you know, that's how stuff gets ruined for everybody. Just saying. Although Yankees fans have a history of that, don't you, Jeffrey Mayer? Wherever you are. We're back. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1. You can phone me on the telephone machine that all the kids are using, 315-437-7644. And then their kids are using QSportsTalk.com because that's the future. That's where you go to look at our faces, Twitch. Some of you have no idea how gorgeous this station is. I don't think you understand. Minus Paulie. Just kidding. He's a lovable rascal. We might be the gorgeous group of guys you ever seen in your entire life. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing it out there. Also, again, game 5 is tonight for the Yankees and Dodgers. I don't think I said that, but I think you probably already figured it out. All right, cool. How's about this? How's about a little NFL news, shall we? Because it's a Wednesday. And then tomorrow there's a Thursday night game, which I don't know what the Thursday night game is. Is it Chiefs and something? No, it's Texans, Jets. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God, more Aaron Rodgers primetime. Oh, thank God, more Aaron Rodgers primetime. I don't know if you saw the McAfee show today. I didn't get a chance to clip it because I saw it on the TV side. J.J. Watt, not the biggest fan of Aaron Rodgers' new claim to great things, as Aaron Rodgers says that he has found the fountain of youth, by the way, just in case anyone's wondering. He's gassing up this week. The punter, Thomas Morstead, has given Aaron Rodgers the elixir of youth, I think he called it. The fountain of youth. It's cayenne pepper and water. Aaron, you're not, this is the wheel. You cannot reinvent it, my friend. Cayenne pepper and water. Nobody is shocked at that. I mean, I don't know how much it gasses you up to get you ready and is the fountain of youth, but J.J. Watt was like, bro, can you just play? Can you just throw some touchdowns? Because really, nobody cares. It was cool. Maybe I'll grab that for you tomorrow because it's fun watching J.J. Watt trash talk Aaron Rodgers because J.J. Watt, I feel like, could still play unless he's got some injuries. Not really sure. Trade, because the trade deadline is in a couple days. I have a bunch of stuff where you talk about who needs to be traded, who's going to get traded still, stuff like that. Maybe we'll do it Monday or Tuesday, whenever the hell the trade deadline is, because I think I lead right up to it. It might stop at 4 o'clock on Tuesday, maybe, next Tuesday. But more news, the Vikings get more help as they got Cam Robinson, real good tackle from the Jags, as maybe the Jags are starting to sell off piece after piece here because he was pretty good. So that'll upgrade the Vikings offensive line, maybe stop defensive linemen from getting at Sam Darnold's face mask. Oh, I said it. Oh, also, man, the Lions, Jameson Williams, now he's got an arrest warrant out. This guy just cannot get out of his own way. He's the one that had the gambling problem and an injury, and now he just got busted for PEDs, and now I guess he was pulled over a month or so ago, and he had an unlicensed gun, but the cops were Lions fans and let him go. So now I guess he's got an arrest warrant out, but man, just can't get out of his own way. We were just saying that about the dude. Very ridiculous. And now, because we're talking about ridiculous, how's about this? Jerry Jones. More ridiculous stuff from Jerry Jones. I just can't, this is getting insane with him, with Jerry here. He came out yesterday late, and let me read this here. On his sports show, on the radio show, the guy's asking him questions, and he compared the current state of the NFL's contracts to scholarships. I don't quote, I was well aware of our commitment to Lamb and well aware of our commitment to Dak. They were really the principal reason you saw that all-in thing so much. I've always looked at the dollars we spend in football and on the roster. I've always looked at them as scholarships. And then the guy goes, what, Jerry? What, Jerry? What are you talking about here on whatever, blah, blah. And then he goes, Jerry says, stay with me here. You give one player 5 scholarships. You give another player 1 scholarship. The more guys you can have out there with the 1 scholarship, the better off you are because of attrition when you give a lot of scholarships to any one player in terms of your cap, in terms of the dollars, then that's much less you've got to give another player, Jones said. I don't even, like, what does that even mean, bud? What are you even talking about? It reminds me, wait, hold on. Jerry Jones, I know how we can help do this math. Hold on. You have one player, 5 scholarships, give another player one. All right, I know how we can figure out this math. I've got somebody to help. Let's do Steiner math.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Stick with us here.
See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning.
Like scholarships.
But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the 3-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning.
Yeah.
But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try.
The Giants and Eagles.
So, Small Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning. If we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice.
And when you've got, you use a lot of scholarships money on several players, then that's the depth that's got to be young. Young means more mistakes. Always. Until they get it down. Dude. What? Man? Steven. Steven, help me.
I'm not joking.
Okay.
I'm dead serious. I'm getting very concerned about Jerry Jones. That makes no sense. I know of no player that has received 5 scholarships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? You know, like a school giving you 5 scholarships, they give the
Well, he was comparing years to...
It's not making sense now.
No.
Now, it's bad enough the team has looked the way that it's looked, that him being negligent in the offseason in terms of making certain moves, and I get all that, and you know how fond I am of Jerry Jones. But I'm hearing the kind of things that he is saying, and now it's leaning towards not even making any sense. I'm getting
But what is the point
concerned.
of saying that?
I don't. That's the point. We First of all, we don't know the point.
Yeah.
And secondly, what he's saying, I can't make sense out of it.
It's like a little bit like a freebie too, and it's like these people are working. I'm just very confused.
Doug, you
All
see
right.
what you feel?
100%. He's got to get off the radio, too. He does it twice a week. This is the second time we've seen him problems on radio, but he got mad at the host the other time. How dare you ask me these questions? Jerry, and you're right, the team stinks. There's no second receiver that can't run the ball. The defense isn't very good. Very concerned about
We got to get to a point where we start. We got to get to a point, Molly, where we start holding children accountable. Get the father off the air.
Oh, burn. But it's true. She tries to kind of play the PR move, you know, oh, hey. But no, Stephen Jones is a member of that organization. Get your dad off the air. He's saying the stupidest crap, and he's making us all look dumb. Remember what I was just saying about two Yankee fans? Made all the Yankee fans kind of look, well, like, Jerry, you're making me look stupid. I'm going to support that. I'm going to support that. Come on, man. Like, what do you even want us to do? I'm never jumping ship. I got that star tattooed on my head for a reason. I'm just kidding. I may have a basket of tater tots tattooed on my forearm. I don't have the Dallas Cowboy star tattooed on my head. But now it's getting bad where now people are going to start like questioning his mental health. And remember how bad that got for like Art Davis and some of the crazy owners at the end, man? It's not going well.
They were a very good football team as recently as last year. They were here. Yeah. Now, it would be one thing if they went from here to here, but somehow it feels like they've gone from here to here. How did that happen in one offseason?
2 things. They got worse on the offensive line, and they're not nearly as opportunistic on the defensive side of football. So when you think about how you win games in the NFL, you had an offensive line that could help control. You had explosive plays down the field with Dak and CD. They made plays, and then they did the same on defense. They get into these track meets because they'd be up 14 points in the first half of games, right? And then you're coasting to wins, finding a way to be able to run the football because teams can't play it. They can't do that now. They're not starting fast. And they have the same offense which they had last year. Teams are getting more more accustomed to what they do. And they basically just run Dak and CD out there and go, hey, good luck, go win the game. Not going to work in the NFL.
Deron Bland broke the record for pick sixes last year.
But he's been hurt.
I know. No, my point is how they went from there to here is because of major plays. Like that's a little bit of luck. And also, like Micah Parsons was like the front runner for Defensive Player of the Year. He was getting so many sacks. Like you remember the beginning of last year, they were up by like 21 points at halftime. Right. Just about all those games. And now they're in a different situation with no running attack and with a lesser offensive line. It's going to be hard.
That's it. I mean, their offense is not built to carry a team. And their defense isn't great. Their offensive line got worse. Their run game got worse. It makes their West Coast offense, which is already an old version of the West Coast. It's not the Shanahan offense. Right. This is like the old school version. It makes it one-dimensional, which makes it predictable, which makes it unimaginative, which makes it stale. And even in that one dimension, you have one option. CeeDee Lamb.
That's right.
We know you're going to him.
Makes it fun
easy
for
to take
defense.
away. Exactly.
It's real fun for
People are pinning their ears back because there's no way you can go.
Yeah, you can only run the out route to CeeDee Lamb so many times before people start picking up on it. And everybody has picked up on it. There's nothing new anymore. There's nothing new anymore about this, and it's just starting to look bad.
I don't understand how you can sit up there and fault anybody for attaching money to it. You got to. I have to look at the value. In other words, because of the NFL, and I've been waiting to say this to the both of you, because of the way the NFL is, we all know that Dak Prescott got his money because the market says that's what you, I mean, it was his time. Right. Your contract is up. This is what's going on. This is what the market says. That's why we saw Trevor Lawrence get 55. Right. That's why Joe Burrow, even though I thought he deserved it, got the 55 million, okay? And I forgot who else. My point to you is that Dak Prescott is at the 60 million because of what the market bears. We get all of that. But ultimately in a hard caps league, you got to look at what it costs you. Right. You got to look at what it costs you. So, again, when I'm thinking about Dak Prescott, I'm thinking about, okay, yeah, y'all got injuries on the defensive side of the ball. I got that. Last year, y'all had athleticism, quickness, but you didn't have size, and obviously people could pound you down, and that ultimately would lead to your demise. But I'm not just looking at Dak Prescott this season. Right. I'm looking at what we've seen throughout the years, and we've seen him play exceptional football at times in the regular season. But when it really, really counts, Dom.
I love the point that you are making about when the money goes to the quarterback, the responsibility changes. But you're shifting it to the wrong person. Like, they had a good team. The first time Dak got paid, they still managed to build a team around him. The frustrating thing about when we start focusing on the
They didn't give Dak $250 million last time.
off the person whose job it is to build a good team, the general manager. So when you have a quarterback who's on a rookie contract, the general manager's job is easy because he has so much money to play with because the quarterback is given Pro Bowl level stuff on a rookie deal. But when the quarterback starts to take that money, you got to draft well.
But here's my problem with both of y'all right here, because I'm not in any way absolving Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is ultimately the one at fault as the owner, the president, the GM. You're assembling the roster. Everything goes through you. Damn it, you own it. I understand that. But as football minds that y'all are, along with Shannon, y'all have seen moments where the talent has been around him, spanning 8 years. When I make a comment about Dak Prescott, I'm not talking about 1 or 2 games. I'm not talking about 1 season. I'm talking about a career that is now in its 9th year.
And it's now or never for Dak. Like, these guys are getting older, and it's just not looking good, man. But Jerry's not helping. Jerry is not helping. Wow. All right, let's come back. And how's about this? That's not even a word. How's about this? Somebody thinks that Miami might have a November to remember unless they slip up here in the Dome. It's the Sports Show with Cody Mack, ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1.
ESPN 97.7 and 100.1. Hello, Syracuse. Dave Anthony here for Romano Toyota, your #1 best-selling Toyota dealer. Sometimes an offer comes along that's just too good to miss. And here it is. Come get a 2024 Toyota Corolla LE just $23,500. Brand new. Yes, just $23,500 for the budget-friendly and fun-to-drive Corolla. And get 5.49% financing for up to 60
No, it's just one of those years that Dallas is going to have to deal with being terrible. You need to fire McCarthy. Zimmer goes too. You make Al Harris the defensive coordinator. Yeah, I don't know who you make the coach, man. I don't know. I feel like it should be Vrabel because that's who you need to kick this fucking team into shape. But they won't make it Vrabel. It'll be Belichick or somebody stupid, and you need to get help in there. You need to somehow draft either that running back from Boise State or trade for some people. I don't know. I don't know what to do about all of this. I don't know what to do. I didn't even use this or this. I was just telling somebody about that, how I over-prepare, but then they made the good point that it's better to over-prepare than to just sit here like a goof and just stare at you guys. That wouldn't be any fun. Huh? And I don't need this either. Taylor Swift? What? No one ever takes me to see Taylor Swift anymore. You get one restraining order. You get one restraining order and then no more Taylor Swift. Yeah, whatever. Good plant. Good plant. Good plant right here. Good plant.
This is The Sports Show with Cody Mack.
Okie dokie. Just a couple minutes left here, but I figured it'd be fun on The Sports Show with Cody Mack. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1 to get you a little riled up as we get ready to head on into a new football week. Greg McElroy talking Miami on a Syracuse channel.
Well, as long as people are watching their games, assuming they are surprisingly competitive, I think it's going to be Miami. If you look at it, Matt,
the team to watch in November, he's saying.
The biggest hurdles are behind them. They've already played against Florida State. I know Florida State record-wise not good, but that's still a team that has talent. They've beaten Virginia Tech. They've also knocked off Duke. Teams that are Duke coming up this week, excuse me. So Miami really looking at kind of how things have all unfolded after this week. It's kind of smooth sailing. Now, are there some possible slip-up games against, say, Syracuse on the road at the end of the year? Perhaps, but I'd be pretty surprised. It would take a pretty significant upset.
Oh, buddy. That's not what we want to hear. That's not what we want to hear. Get y'all riled up. Headed into the football week and the Yankee game tonight, 8 o'clock. Let's see if the Yankees stick it out. Coming up next, the full-bearded Brian Higgins with the 315. ESPN Radio 97.7 and 100.1.